Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Speaking Podcast. We're really happy you're here with us today. My name is Mizu, and this is a space where we practice real, simple, everyday English together. No pressure, no stress.
And I'm Lucas. Hi, Mizu, and hello to all our listeners tuning in from different parts of the world. Whether you're listening from home, on a walk, or during a short break, we're really glad you chose to spend this time with us.
It honestly feels so nice to be back and talking with you again. Lucas, before we get into today's topic, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling really good, actually. Calm, relaxed, and a little excited, too. What about you?
Same here. I feel relaxed, kind of inspired, and ready for a gentle conversation. And that's perfect because today's topic is something many people find interesting, but also a little scary.
Yes, exactly. Today we're talking about art. And when people hear the word art, they often think, oh no, that sounds difficult, or I don't know anything about art.
Some people feel that talking about art means you need big vocabulary, perfect English, or very deep knowledge.
Like you have to sound smart all the time.
But here's the good news, you really don't.
Talking about art is not about being an expert.
It's simply about how you feel. You don't need to understand the artist's real meaning.
You don't need to know history, famous names, or difficult words.
All you need is your own opinion and your own feeling.
And that's exactly what we're going to practice today. How to talk about art in simple, natural English.
Before we go any further, let's start with a very easy question for everyone listening. Do you like art?
You don't need a long answer. Yes or no is totally fine.
And here's another gentle question to think about.
Have you ever been to an art museum, an exhibition, or even just seen street art on a wall?
Maybe you've seen paintings, photos, murals, or digital art online.
While you're listening, just think about your answers.
No pressure at all. There's no right or wrong here.
Because in art, your feeling matters the most.
Exactly. And that's why today's lesson is going to feel easy, natural, and very useful for real conversations.
So stay with us, relax your shoulders, take a deep breath.
And let's talk about art together.
All right, now that everyone is feeling a little more relaxed, let's slowly step into the conversation.
Yes, no rush at all. We'll take this one small step at a time. So let's start with a very simple question. What is art?
When people hear the word art, the first thing they usually imagine is a painting hanging in a museum.
Something quiet, serious, maybe behind glass, right?
Exactly, but art is not only paintings, and it's definitely not only museums.
Art can be many things, and that's what makes it so interesting. Art can be a painting, yes, but it can also be a sculpture.
It can be photography. A single photo can tell a whole story.
It can be street art, something you see on a wall while walking to work or school.
And these days, digital art is everywhere too, on phones, tablets, and social media.
So when we say art, we're really talking about something that exists all around us.
Not only in big museums, but in daily life.
Now let's talk about how to talk about art in simple English. This is very important, especially if you're learning English and feel nervous about speaking.
You don't need long sentences. You don't need difficult vocabulary.
You can start with something very basic, just saying what it is. For example, you can say, this is a painting.
Or, this is a photo.
If you want to talk about the type or style, you can keep it simple.
You can say it's modern art.
Or it's street art.
Or even it looks old or it looks new.
That's already good English.
And now comes the most important part, your feeling.
Yes, this is where many people think they need perfect English, but they really don't.
You can simply say, I like it.
And if you don't like it, that's completely okay too. You can say, I don't like it, or it's not my favorite.
There's no rule saying you must like every piece of art.
Talking about art doesn't mean pretending.
It means being honest.
Exactly. You're just pointing, naming it, and sharing how you feel.
And that's already a real conversation.
Sometimes people worry and think, what if I don't understand it?
But not understanding is actually very normal.
You can even say, I don't really understand it, but I like it.
Or I don't understand it and I don't like it.
And both answers are totally fine.
Art is not a test. There are no wrong answers.
The goal here is not to be perfect, it's to express yourself.
And when you practice this in English, your confidence slowly grows.
You stop worrying about grammar so much.
You start focusing on communication.
And that's when English starts to feel more natural.
So as we continue, keep reminding yourself, you're allowed to keep things simple.
Short sentences are powerful.
Honest feelings are enough.
And with that mindset, talking about art becomes much easier and more enjoyable. Now that we're comfortable saying what art is, let's take another gentle step forward.
Yes, this is where things start to feel more real and more personal.
Instead of worrying about meaning, we'll focus on something very simple, what you actually see.
This part is great because you don't need imagination yet, just your eyes.
Let's imagine we're standing together in a museum, slowly walking into a quiet room.
The room is bright. White walls, soft lights, and one large painting in front of us.
So the first thing you can say is very easy. I see.
Exactly. For example, I see a woman and a child.
That's it. You don't need more than that.
You're not explaining, you're just noticing.
And noticing is something everyone can do. After that, you can talk about colors.
Colors are everywhere in art, and they're easy to describe.
You can say, I see a lot of blue and white.
Or there are dark colors, or there are bright colors.
Even simple words like light, dark, soft, or strong work very well.
And when you talk about colors, you can naturally move into how it looks.
For example, it looks calm.
Or it looks serious.
Or it looks a little sad.
Notice how these sentences are short but meaningful.
You're not guessing the artist's idea, you're sharing your own experience.
Now let's talk about details.
Some art is very simple.
Some art is very detailed.
You can say, it's simple.
Or it's very detailed. Both are perfectly fine descriptions. And if you don't know what something is, that's okay too.
You can say, I'm not sure what this is.
Or I don't know what it means.
That's very natural English.
Now let's change the scene a little.
Imagine we leave the museum and walk outside into the city.
And suddenly we see a big piece of street art on a wall.
The feeling is already very different.
Yes, it feels louder, stronger, more energetic.
You might say, I see a big face on the wall.
Or there are many colors everywhere.
The colors might feel bright, bold, or even a little messy.
You can say it looks bright or it looks crazy.
And that's okay. Street art doesn't have to be quiet or calm.
Sometimes it's meant to surprise you
Or confuse you.
or make you stop walking for a second.
Another useful structure here is there is or there are.
For example, there is a big face.
Or there are many shapes and colors.
Very simple, very effective.
And again, if you're not sure, honesty is your best friend.
You can say, I'm not sure what it is, but I like it.
Or, I'm not sure what it is, but it feels interesting.
That sounds very natural in real conversations.
And this is how people actually talk about art in real life.
They don't give speeches.
They don't explain history.
They just look, notice, and share.
So remember, when talking about art, always start with what you see.
People, objects, colors, light, dark, simple or detailed.
No pressure to be deep.
No pressure to be correct.
Just describe.
And once you can do that comfortably, something very interesting happens.
Talking about how it makes you feel starts to feel much easier.
And that's exactly where we're slowly heading next. Now that we've practiced describing what we see, it's time to move into something a little deeper.
Yes, this is where art really starts to connect with us as humans. Because art is not only about the eyes.
It's about the heart.
So let's talk about feelings.
When you look at a piece of art, it often creates a feeling inside you, even if you don't understand why.
And that feeling is enough. You don't need to explain it perfectly.
You don't need to justify it.
You just need to notice it.
So a very easy sentence you can use is, It makes me feel,
For example, it makes me feel calm.
or it makes me feel peaceful.
These are beautiful, simple sentences.
And they are very powerful in conversation.
Let's imagine we're looking again at that painting of a woman and a child.
When I look at it, it makes me feel quiet and relaxed.
For me, it makes me feel safe.
Interesting. See how we're looking at the same painting but feeling different things?
And that's completely normal.
Art doesn't give everyone the same emotion.
It reflects who you are, what you've lived, and what you're carrying inside.
Someone else might feel happy.
Someone else might feel a little sad.
And all of those feelings are correct.
You can also use phrases like, I think it's beautiful,
Or, to me, it feels relaxing.
or it feels heavy.
Or it feels warm.
Even one-word feelings are okay.
Happy, sad, calm, excited, confused, inspired.
These are everyday English words, but they carry deep meaning.
Now let's look at a different kind of art again. Street art.
When I see street art, I often feel energy.
Yes, it makes me feel excited, sometimes even a little overwhelmed.
Some street art feels loud.
Some feels playful.
Some feels angry or powerful.
And sometimes it's confusing.
You can say, it makes me feel confused but curious.
Or it's strange, but I like it.
These are very real reactions.
And real reactions make real conversations.
Another important thing to remember is that you don't need to agree.
Yes, disagreement is not bad. It's interesting.
I might say, it makes me feel calm.
And I might say, it makes me feel sad.
Both opinions can exist together.
And that's actually where good conversations start.
You can ask your friend, why do you feel that way?
And suddenly, you're not just talking about art.
You're talking about life, memories, and emotions.
Art opens the door to deeper communication.
And this is why talking about art is such a great way to practice English.
Because it's not about perfect grammar.
It's about expressing something real.
Even if your sentence is simple, your feeling is strong.
And when people hear honesty, they listen.
So don't be afraid to say how something makes you feel.
Even if you think it sounds basic.
Basic English can still be very beautiful.
And the more you practice sharing feelings, the more confident you'll become.
And once you feel confident with feelings, you're ready for the next step.
Talking about thoughts, ideas, and meaning, your own meaning.
And that's where things get really interesting.
Now that we're comfortable talking about what we see and how it makes us feel, we can gently move into another layer.
Yes, this part sounds advanced, but it's actually very simple.
We're talking about meaning and style, but in a very relaxed way.
No pressure to be correct.
No pressure to sound smart.
Just sharing what comes to your mind.
When you look at a piece of art, it might remind you of something,
A moment,
a memory,
or even a feeling from your past.
and you're allowed to talk about that.
A very easy sentence to use is, it seems to be about.
For example, looking at that painting again, I might say, it seems to be about family.
Or it seems to be about love.
Or even, it seems to be about loneliness.
None of these answers are wrong.
Because this is your interpretation.
Another simple phrase is, I think the artist wants to show.
I think the artist wants to show peace.
I think the artist wants to show strength.
These are simple sentences, but they sound very natural.
And they invite conversation.
Someone might agree with you,
Someone might say, I see it differently.
and that's okay.
Different opinions make the conversation richer.
Now let's talk a little about style.
Style is just how the art looks.
You don't need special vocabulary.
You can use very common words.
For example, realistic,
Abstract,
modern.
traditional.
If a painting looks very real, you can say it's realistic.
If it's shapes and colors and not very clear, you can say it's abstract.
Street art is often modern.
And older paintings are often traditional.
You can even mix feelings with style.
Like saying it's abstract, but it feels calm.
Or it's modern and it makes me feel excited.
That already sounds like a real English conversation.
Sometimes people worry they don't understand art.
But understanding is not required.
Art is not a test, it's an experience.
And your experience is enough.
You can even say, I don't really understand it, but I like it.
That sentence is very honest.
And honesty sounds natural in English.
Another useful phrase is to me, it feels like.
To me, it feels like freedom.
To me, it feels like chaos.
Again, both are fine.
Art often reflects our inner world.
How we feel today can change how we see the same painting tomorrow.
And that's beautiful.
So don't worry about remembering meanings or rules.
Focus on noticing,
Noticing colors.
noticing emotions,
Noticing thoughts.
and sharing them with simple English.
That's how confidence grows naturally.
And once you can talk about meaning and style this way,
You're ready to have full conversations about art,
asking questions,
sharing opinions.
and connecting with people.
And that's exactly what we'll move into next. Wow. I feel like today's conversation really slowed everything down in a good way.
I feel the same. It didn't feel like a lesson. It felt like a quiet walk through thoughts and feelings.
And honestly, that's how learning English should feel sometimes.
Yes, not rushed, not stressful, just natural and human.
If you're listening right now and thinking, I understood more than I expected,
That's a win.
even if you only understood parts of it.
That's still progress.
Learning English is not about understanding everything at once.
It's about understanding a little more than yesterday.
And today, you listened, you stayed, and you tried.
That already means you're moving forward.
When we talked about art today, we weren't trying to sound smart.
We were just sharing simple thoughts, simple feelings.
And that's exactly how real conversations work.
Native speakers don't speak perfectly all the time either.
They pause, they think, they change their words.
And you're allowed to do the same.
So next time you see a painting, a photo, or even a drawing online,
Try saying one sentence in English.
I see bright colors.
It makes me feel calm.
I don't understand it, but I like it.
That's enough. That's real English.
And don't worry if your sentence feels small.
Small sentences build big confidence.
We also want you to remember something important.
You don't need perfect grammar to express yourself.
Your feelings matter more than perfect words.
English is a tool, not a test.
And this English-speaking podcast is a safe place to practice.
A place where mistakes are welcome.
A place where learning feels gentle.
Before we say goodbye, take a quiet moment.
Ask yourself,
What was one word or idea you liked today?
maybe it was calm.
Maybe it was abstract.
Maybe it was just the feeling of understanding more.
Hold on to that.
And if you feel comfortable, share it with us in the comments.
Even one short sentence is perfect.
Writing helps your brain remember.
And we truly enjoy reading your thoughts.
If this episode made you feel relaxed, or if it helped you feel less afraid of speaking English,
Please tap the like button.
it helps this English-speaking podcast reach more learners like you.
And if you know someone who feels shy about English,
Someone who thinks English is too hard.
share this episode with them.
Sometimes one calm conversation can change everything.
Don't forget to subscribe or follow us.
So you can keep learning with us, one peaceful episode at a time.
We promise to keep things simple, useful, and human.
No pressure, no fear, just progress.
Thank you for giving us your time today.
Time is valuable, and we appreciate you spending it here.
Keep believing in yourself.
Even on the days when English feels confusing.
You are learning even when it doesn't feel like it.
And we'll be right here, walking this journey with you.
Until next time, stay curious
Stay kind to yourself,
and keep speaking, even if it's slowly.
because every word you try matters.
Goodbye for now.
See you in the next episode.